Hello everyone, this is Unreal Noob. Today we are going to start off with a new series. This is the Beginner's Guide to Unreal. In this series, we will start by looking at the very basic tools of Unreal Engine that you would require to start off your journey to game dev. So the very first thing that you would require is to install the Epic Games Launcher from unrealengine.com. You can just sign up, and once you have signed up, you can just click on the download button, and you want to download the creators license. For now, just download it, install it, and once that is done, your Epic Games launcher is ready to use. And then in the vertical tab, you have to press the Unreal Engine. From here you have to press on library, and I have these two engines because I'm using them, and I have them installed already. But you might not have these installed, so what you would have to do is basically click on this plus sign to install a new engine, and from here just choose whatever you like. I would highly suggest that you use 4.26.1, as I use this engine version to teach, and it would be easier for you to follow through. Launch this one up, and when you launch it, it might take some time for you. For me it's pretty much quick, but if it takes time for you, do not get scared or anything. It's just how Unreal Engine is. So from here, once you open up, you will open up the Unreal Project browser. From here you can choose games, films, television, live events, or categories. Like this, there are 4 categories. So in films there's specific templates that you can choose for. Then in architecture you have a few others, and then in automotive or product design you have something else. But we won't be concentrating on those. We'll only be concentrating on games. I'm a game developer myself, a programmer, so we'll only learn about games. So click on games and click on next. Under games, you have like around how many, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 14 templates. The first one is the very basic. It's a clean empty project, no code uh, is there from the start. And then is the first person. You will be starting with a first person perspective with a gun that you can shoot. The flying is basically you can fly a UFO around a level. Puzzle is basically a puzzle template that you can make. And rolling is basically um, any game related to rolling. Like, I don't know if you know about Bounce. It was a very known game back in the days. It came out with all Nokia phones back in the day. So yeah, if you want to make a game like those, so basically you can. And then you have the third person template. Third person template is basically the third person games that you see in. Then we have the top down twin stick shooter, handheld AR. AR stands for augmented reality. Then we have the side scroller. This is the 3D side scroller, in today's term referred as the 2.5D games. And then we have the 2D side scroller, the old ones that used sprite and paper flip books for the games. And then we have a simple physics driven vehicle system. And then we have the VR games are a hot topic these days. And finally we have vehicle advanced. It is basically the advanced version of the vehicle template, where you have to deal more with the physics, higher mathematics and stuff like that. For now we would skip this one, and let us now click on the blank template and click next. Now we'll choose blueprints because it is way easier to use and to implement rather than the C++. For C++, you have to have knowledge about C++ and you have to be advanced programmer to use it with Unreal Engine. Make sure you have selected maximum quality with ray tracing disabled for desktop and with starter content. This folder is basically where the location is. You can change it if you don't want it to be in the default Unreal Engine installation directory. You can choose whatever you want, whichever directory you prefer. Select folder and that one will be your directory. And for the project name, I will type in basics because it is the basic of Unreal that we are learning. So I'll create the project. I'll let it load, and once it loads up, you can see it comes with the map. The name of the map is shown over here. It's minimum default, and over here you can see a few things. That is the sun over there, the sky sphere, the clouds. These are the very basic things. And other than that, you can see these assets, these 3D modeled assets. There's a table in front of you, two chairs and some decoration on top of it, and then you can see some weird ball over here that seems to glitch out from time to time. What these are is a sphere reflection capture, and if you want to know more about these, all you have to do is type in sphere capture reflection capture UE4, and you can open up the Unreal Engine documents, and over here you can read what they use. So the primarily used reflection capture is the sphere reflection capture. Many of these can be placed around the world with almost no performance impact as they are calculated before runtime. The sphere reflection capture blends nicely into the scene and is far more flexible to use in comparison to the box reflection capture. In this example, you can clearly see how the blending together on the surface. So what sphere reflection capture actor does is basically, if you play this game, um, yeah, I just put it over here, play the game, and see over here, it reflects the sun smoothly, as you can see on this tabletop. Now let's delete this one and this one, yeah, completely. Now let's rebuild the light. And once the lighting has been built, you can see, play the game now, and as you can see, the reflection of the sunlight is much more dull right now. Even the floors are a bit dull at this moment. So what we could do is like put on the sphere reflection capture, and you can see like the reflection is so much smoother right now with these. In the details panel, you can change the radius from here. The sphere that you can, this ball you can see, that is your center. So 500 below is your radius, so that is what this 500 means. So as I'm going up, as you can see, after 500 it does not capture anything. So once it captures something within this radius, it reflects very nicely, as you can see. So that's what it is. Again, once you have done this, you need to rebuild the light again for you to view what the reflection capture actually does. See, now it is much more clearer and way good. Even on this table right now, as you can see, the sun reflection is way brighter and smoother. And the next thing that we will be learning for today is the move tool, the rotate tool, and the scale tool. So if you click on any object, you can see that there are three arrows. One is painted red, one is painted green, and one is painted blue. You can also see that on the bottom you have this Y written, and there's the Z written, and if I move like this, the X is written over there. So what that means is, this place is your Y, this is your X, and this is your Z. So you can move it in the X-axis, the Y-axis, or the Z-axis. You can move it like that. And then what you can do is you can change the move tool to rotate tool by clicking on this button over here, and now you can rotate it however way you want it to be. These are very basic knowledge that you must have to work around in Unreal Engine 4. And then the final would be the scale object. So you can basically scale them in whatever you feel is good for you, the X, Y, and the Z. Now you can also change between them by pressing the W, E, and the R keys. With W be the translation tool, E is the rotation tool, and the R is the scale tool. Basically, if you are hovering over the X-axis and it turns yellow, it means basically now if you click your mouse and drag it forward, it will move in the X-axis. Same with the green, and same with the blue one. So the yellow the red one moves in the X, the green in the Y, and the blue on the Z. And this is always according to the world axis. Okay, by the world, this is the X, this one is the Y, and up is the Z. Okay, this is the Y and up is the Z. That's by the world. So by right now we are using the world gizmo. So this is basically the gizmo, transform gizmo, and this one allows you to move from global or world space to local space. So right now, as you can see, the X of this actor matches the X of the world. So this is in world space right now. Now if I click this gizmo right now, you can see that the shape changed to a cuboid. So this means that now you are in the local now you are using the local axis. So as you can see, for this actor, the Y is not the actual Y of the world. It's slightly slanted onto the XY of the world. Now if I click on this one, you can see it has completely changed directions, and this one has also changed directions in the X and Y, as you can see. So all of these depends from world to world items. Okay, some of these do not have this world and local space. They only have their world space, but this actor has both the local and the world. As you can see, this player start also has its own, but this sound has none. This one doesn't have either, and this one doesn't have one either. One other thing, you can choose 2 or 3 at a time by clicking on the right place. So if you are clicking or holding your mouse in between the X and the Y, you could see the XY turn yellow. And now if you just click your mouse and pull, you can see it has increased both in X and Y axis. You can do the same thing with the uh, Z and the X, like this, or the Y or the Z, like this. So you can do that. Okay, and you can also like do it in all three transforms at a single time, just pressing the middle one so that all of these turn yellow. Now you can just change the transforms in all coordinates at the same time. This happens only for the scale and the translate, so you can just translate it like just pressing the middle one. So you can select all of the three axes while translating or scaling. Okay, if you want to rotate, you can't do it. Okay, so as you can see, there's no ball in the center, so if you want to rotate, you have to just rotate with only one scale selected at a time. And also you can see when you are changing it shows 60 degrees or 50 degrees. What it means is basically, if you are holding the green, this is your 0. Now if you are increasing, that is plus 70 on your green. So if you want to change back, you can just go back to minus 70 and it is back where it started. As you can see, basically they are the same place. So this is all about the translation, rotation and the scale tool. Thank you guys for watching my tutorial, and if you liked it, if you learned something from it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because that really helps me a lot. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.